Sandra, welcome to Kempsford and you're first speaker of the Literature Festival. It must have been an absolute pleasure.
It was a pleasure and unnerving too, because the Countess of Wessex was opening the festival and she was in the audience for my talk, so I had that rather unnerving first guest in the room there.
And talk to us about your book, The Matter of Loyalty. What is it about?
It's a love story, but it has a terrorist plot, and it's a thriller as well, and it's really about homegrown terrorism and a young Muslim reporter who feels that he knows a few people who might be at risk from extremists being having a go at influencing them, and so he goes undercover.
Have you always been into your writing? Is this, what made it come about?
This is my third book, and I got into writing fiction after I got my bus pass. So I'm not very new. I am new to it, but it absolutely takes you over. It's the most thrilling thing I've ever done, I think. And you just adore it.
And you get to meet your fans afterwards. Is that quite nice to do?
Oh, it's lovely. The one thing authors love doing is signing a book for somebody, and it's lovely when people email and say what they think of the book. And and a festival like this at Kempsford is just a great treat, I think, to be able to come out to villages and towns where people have got together to talk about books.
You weren't obviously always a novelist. You were one of the UK's leading fashion models. You've had a great life.
Well,
how did you get into that?
That was a long time ago, but I got into that sort of 40 years ago, and I did a Lucy Clayton course and became a photographic model. And then I started to write a bit, and eventually I started on the fiction, and I was brave enough.
And is there any other novels coming out?
Yes, I'm working on my fourth now.
So it's a bit addictive now that you got started?
Totally addictive. Yes, I recommend it for if anybody wants to be addicted to writing. Try fiction.
And we have to mention your husband, obviously. This time of year must bring back some memories with the May elections just around the corner. Does it bring back memories for when he was leader?
It certainly does. It's rather a strange feeling to think I can sort of sit back this time and not have all the strain of being out on the hustings, jumping in helicopters, and sort of not having time to think. It was a very exciting time, though.
Does he get very much involved in your books? Does he try and see what the plot's going to be before the end?
Yes, he's very supportive. Because he's not a patient man, and he's been wonderfully patient for while I've been writing. And he's even put up with having bought puddings, and he loves his puddings, and he's been marvellous, really marvellous.
So we can expect the next book out next year, probably?
Hopefully next year, yes, early next year.
Thank you very much. Thank you.